I just wanted to take the time to talk about a topic that you do hear discussed a lot, and of course it is controversial. And there's a lot of differing opinions of it, but I want to give my opinion, which is the truth, and I have a different perspective to show about it. And that topic is abortion. And this is the problem. People are taught that all it is getting rid of your kid, making a decision not to have your kid. But here's the first thing. You always hear the slogan, my body, my choice. That kid that is in the woman's womb has its own DNA, that has its own life. So, first of all, it is not the woman's choice. No matter how you want to put it, no matter how you want to debate it, there's no getting around that it is murder. But it goes deeper than the murder. It's actually committing something called passing your child through the fire of Moloch in the Old Testament of the Bible. But it actually goes even further back than that, before even the Great Flood. In one of the lost books of the Bible called the Book of Enoch, 22 fallen angels called the Watchers came down and all taught the humans forbidden knowledge, and one of them was called Cassadaja, and Cassadaja taught people how to do abortions, and this was at least 5,000 years ago. So it's nothing new, but let's look at the actual verse from the Book of Enoch. Sorry, just a moment. Here it is. Alright, Enoch 69, verse 12. And the fifth was named Cassadaja. This is he who showed the children of men all the wicked smitings of spirits and demons, and the smitings of the embryo in the womb, that it may pass away, and the smitings of the soul, the bites of the serpent, and the smitings which befall to the noontide heat, the son of the serpent named Tadbaet. So we see here that child sacrifice started before people was passing the newborn child to Moloch. The original version of child sacrifice started while the baby was still in the womb, which is abortion. Every time these women go to an abortion clinic, they're passing their child through the fire, sacrificing it to Moloch and pleasing Satan. Because a lot of people are praising Satan and they don't even know it, and their true master is the Dark Lord, but they have not woken up to realize it. Now let's look at the Old Testament. Leviticus 18:21. And you shall not let any of your descendants pass through the fire of Molech, nor shall you profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. So Molech was a demonic false god, specifically fertility, and to get benefits from these things you would have to sacrifice specifically a newborn child. So in this case, it was a baby that came out of the womb that people were sacrificing, but the origin of it is abortion. And let's look at one more scripture. About at least 2,000 years later, it was still a problem in the New Testament. Let's see. Acts chapter 7:43. You also took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan. images which you made to worship, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. So 2,000 years later, after everything that happened in the Old Testament, people are still sacrificing their childs to Molech, or passing them through the fire is what it was originally called. And how things change throughout history. Now, for the most part, at least in America and most civilized countries, sacrificing your child has changed back to abortion, just like in the book of Enoch. So every time someone walks into these Planned Parenthoods, abortion clinics, whatever, taking the pills that kill the baby, whatever method you use, every time someone does that, not only are they a murderer of a child, they're also sacrificing their unborn child to the devil by the means of passing it through the fire of Moloch. Now, of course, God will forgive anybody that's done that, but this is a very serious offense. And this whole thing that got started about my body, my choice, it's a satanic doctrine. It's the continuation of the teachings of occultist Aleister Crowley. That's what and that's also what the Democrat Party stands for. Do what thou wilt. And what did Aleister Crowley do? Kill kids. And now the American culture has tried to make it acceptable to kill your own kids. Every time you walk into that Planned Parenthood abortion clinic, you're feeding energy to Molech, Satan, fallen angels, demons, secret chiefs, ascended masters, the great white brotherhood, all of it. All of it is sending the spirit of murder down to these demonic spirits.